Good afternoon, people. Here's an update for my muffler modification. Muffler fabrication, let's just say. I went out and got myself a pipe thread coupler to screw onto the pipe that comes out of the muffler. And I started with this. I drilled out the top hole for the stack, and then over here I cut out the hole, and with the Dremel I fine-tuned it so that, just let me put this down, so that this piece here, after having ground down the interior lip, I kept the groove so that it can have a little bit of grip into the can. As you can see, I replicated the grooves. This slides directly in like this. As you can see, the grooves fit nicely. And then this is going to screw directly onto there, with the stack being on the top, obviously. So, just give me a second. It's not screwed all the way in, but I mean, you have an idea of how it's going to sit on the side of the muffler. And just give me a second, I'll go over and get the stack. I'll set it on top so that you can see what it's going to look like. So that's going to look like that when it's done. And I'm probably going to paint this with a high heat black enamel or flat black. I'm not 100% sure, but I really want to hear this soon. So anyways, I'm going to get along and weld this up, and then I'll give you an update as soon as I'm done. Well, there it is, tacked in place. The bottom is welded in. At the top I just did a couple tacks just to verify if it was exactly the way that I wanted it to be. And it seems good, so I'm going to go ahead and weld it up. Now obviously, when I weld, I mean, my grinder is my best friend afterwards, right? Because I'm not a professional welder. So, I mean, don't give me heck about rotten welds. As long as all the holes are filled and it holds in place, I'm happy. Afterwards, whatever is nasty, I just grind it off and smooth everything out. And then, well, the paint will hide everything else. So, I mean, it seems to be at a right height. I didn't want to put it on top with an elbow because I didn't want it to be too high, because I still want to be able to store this thing underneath my porch, and my porch is not all that high, so I mean I didn't want it to be too high, but well, that's pretty much what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and finish welding this up, and then obviously clean up all the welds, and I'll put another update as soon as it's done being painted, just to show you all how the final result looks like. But for now, well, that's pretty much it. So have a good evening, and thank you all for watching.